Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praise to Yahweh, Ma'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Dash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, teaching this truth time and time again, showing us to be men of the Lord, and to all other elders teaching the light doctrine, giving us that nonstop energy, continuously preaching, showing us what we need to do. And just going into a lesson like yesterday, Elder did a lesson because yesterday the Lord chastised me pretty much. Like he judged me for things I was doing, which, as the Lord said, like as this is what the truth is about: endurance and suffering. Are you able to drink of that cup? So I was got in a situation, which I understand now, what I was doing. I was like taking like what people said, and I was taking it to heart, letting people get to me. So it was making me do things that I shouldn't have, like getting a second job and then signing up to driving school, seeing a brother and trying to carry him, and not knowing that he's not putting in the work. I was doing that, just trying to do too much. So the Lord, I have a driving job, so He judged me by getting me and putting me in a serious car accident. Like I totaled a car. You see that my body, the car's total all the airbags. How it happened, it was just like incredible. But wasn't touched at all. But I'm trying to get into. I got signed up for driving school, which is 8 hours for 4 weeks, and trying to work 2 jobs. The Lord's like, oh, you're doing too much. You're letting these people get to you. And then you're also trying to do too much with a brother. If he's not willing to make the effort, you can't do it for you. So the Lord was like, yeah, you need to stop and just focus on this truth. So this is what the Lord said, because it's in Yahweh Shemiah Shai, when it happened, I was like heartbroken, because I don't know how like I survived, and because I went hung out with that brother just trying to give, but it was a brother that he fell out and stuff. And then also I should have, I made a rule that I wasn't a fellowship. I fellowship with them, and then I went home and all that stuff. But then so I decided, like, to go on a date with a girl after it, like hours later, and getting another woman too, because I already have a woman, getting a second woman. So I was doing so much. So the Lord made me crash and totaled it completely. But the Wadi Yahweh Shemiah Shak, as soon as it happened, I got talked to the elder, and I talked to a brother, and they told me like prayers are before and what to do. And soon as it happened, soon as those prayers went out, like I waited, and because I had to think in my mind, one of my brothers called me and said, "Where are you?" Picked me up, got everything, called the insurance, everything just went out perfect. It's crazy how it worked. And then people had, they were treating nice, and was like, "Oh, put me in a good situation." Like got me. He said, "Hey man, you should take off work," because I didn't like my job, and just come over here and make it easier for you, because you've been working too much at that job, to just switch over to another job. They said, take us time, not putting in a bad situation, because where I was living, I was being called a bum and dumb. So that's what made me try to do too much with working. So just giving that just a testimonial. So this is Jeremiah chapter 10. I'm going to start at 23. Oh Lord, this is a prayer of Jeremiah. I know that the ways of man is not of itself. It is not in the man that walketh erect of the steps. It is not making excuses. You know that sometimes this can be a faith mover from another brother, and it also can be a way to learn, like to Salakia, someone's keep calling me, to help teach other brothers. So the Lord I was doing, and He judged me, and now I can now teach another brother. This is 24, verse 24. Oh Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thy anger. So it got judged. Like any other man that is, like it was completely smashed. I don't know how it was even possible because I was parked behind him, but the car was so smashed that it hit the other car, and the other car went over the curve. And this was a parked car, if not, because I was parked behind them when I was leaving. Went over the curve and hit another car, and then the car I was driving completely smashed up. All the airbags went in, steaming. It's just like I should have been through. Lest thou bring me to nothing. So not in thy anger, as is like other men that get destroyed. So this is what the scripture that the elder brought up that really brought motivated me to like, yeah, the Lord's that He's just I was doing too much. I was not using wisdom. I was being hanging out with someone that I shouldn't, trying to get multiplying women, just doing too much. Because it just so the Lord He said, all right, this is uh 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 9. But I keep under me, I keep under my body and bring me into subjection, lest I, by any means, when I preach to others, I myself shall be a castaway. So if I not like and just do it and not being able to get judged by the Lord, I could have just kept doing. I would have gotten 2 jobs in driving school. How would I have time for the truth? So he's like, all right, you want to take that driving? Because in driving jobs, you take it. That car accident just pretty much just I'm not going to be able to do it. And so Kala Yahba Shemal Shai. And I would have just what if it made and if I was multiplying women taking out another girl after I had one, I would have been had what time would I have for the truth? So the water Yahba Shemal Shai. Kala Yahba Shemal Shai. And also right first time I hung out with that brother I shouldn't have. Look at the Lord said, yep. Like, what do you, like, come on, be smart. So the Lord is like, yep, I'm going to show you. And the water, Lord, I'm so gracious. This is Ezra chapter 9, verse 13. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds, I was being stupid. It's evil, making bad decisions, and I shouldn't. Just trying to thinking worldly. That's what I was doing, and our great trespasses, seeing thou our God has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this. So we deserve. I should just be destroyed. Like if the Lord had it, I should just be completely annihilated for the stupid, ignorant things that I have did doing this, not thinking, focusing, just doing too much. It's like the Lord was like, all right, I'm gonna get it. Would I had no time, I would have fell out the truth. And then doing stuff with a brother that has issues with that certain stuff, why would I even hang out in that? And when the brother, this is the reason why he fell out, doing a thing that he fell out for, so you shouldn't, even if it was just like 1 or 2 drinks, it shouldn't have did it. It shouldn't have did it. So the Lord was like, all right. And even if I already got home and 4 or 5 hours later, then I left. That's when the Lord said it. Because if I was with that brother, he would have died. Because he wasn't pleasing the Lord. And then I would have had a murder on my hand and went to prison. So Kala Yah by Shemal Shai. The water Yah by Shemal Shai. Being ignorant, but that's why I'm glad that the Lord is teaching us. And I'm glad we have elders that give us this understanding and make lessons that help us get stronger in this faith. And no, Salakia, let me grab something. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11. I actually want to start up a little bit. Let me see where I should start up. Bear with me. I'm going to grab something first. yeah, I'm gonna grab this, and then I'm gonna get 2 Corinthians 11. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 32. A brother sent me this, and it really hit. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. So if the Lord didn't do it, I would have just went off, had no time for the truth. I would have been bugged out. But getting this, because I'm a brother that didn't really have confidence like that. So start getting confidence, and the women start getting, and you start getting more money. Sometimes you have to be humble. And since the Lord humbled me, so I wouldn't be able to be judged with this world. Because if you see the car, you and I'm perfectly fine. Lord willing, I was sad at the beginning, but once the lessons I was even more uh, my faith boosts ever, because everything that happened in those prayers went like that it switched minds of certain people, and then got me out of a even worse situation, a living situation, because the person they have did it before, they instantly they called the police on me and then changed the locks. It was like, what the fuck? But the Lord, this is the Wadi Yah by Shemal Shai, and that we should not be condemned of the world. God. So see, this is why you know that the Lord the Lord is he's a real powerful power that loves his saints. This is Hebrews the 12th chapter. Let me see what I should start. This is I'm gonna start at 5. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastisement of the Lord, no faint when thou art rebuked by him. So I could have just got me, I'm through, like, that's my car. I could have got arrested. I could have got in all these situations. The Lord just smoothed it out, and he just said, "Yep, taking that, get back and get more in the truth, get stronger." So, but he's just chastising, and we should not faint, because he's just telling us, yeah, you're doing it wrong, whooping us a little bit. So, the Wadi Yah by Shemal Shai, for whom the Lord loveth, he chastised, and scorn every son whom he received. So, the Lord will whoop all the ones that he loves, all his sons. He's going to chastise. Because if your father shows love, like by getting you right in the order, he wants to teach the son in the way that should be trained, and he should be go in. Or when you love your son, it's in Sirach. Grab it. I got. But he said the ones that love their sword do not. Lucky, how does it go? Does not keep away the rod. A little whoop him. He's going to get him in order, put him in a line of what a man should be, so we can be men. So the Wadi Yah by Shemal Shai. But if ye be without chastisement, like all these people were. See, what if the ones that are like now walking, doing weirdo stuff, are the ones that are putting tattoos on their face and fucking have blonde dreads? The Lord's not chastising them, and if they're not, then he's not doing it much. He just let them get over to their vile mindset and let them be destroyed. So Kala Yah by Shemal Shai, the Wadi Yah by Shemal Shai. This is because even look at the chastisement. Because if you're not with chastisement, ye are bastards. Just like Esau, Edom, they didn't get punished. They said, why are they not in trouble by men? Because the Lord hates them. This is 2 Corinthians, the 11th chapter. This is I'm gonna start at 24. And the Jews, this is Paul telling them, of the Jews 5 times have I received 40 stripes, save one. Thrice I was beaten with the rod. Once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. So you've seen that the Lord corrected by taking this hell, like he corrected and knocked him off the high horse, and then he started being fire for this world, fire for it, and then he started even catching even more hell for that truth. But that's to show his faith, and so I catch a little bit hell, and then you see that even the people saying that, oh, it's because of this and it's because of this, telling it. But like the Lord shows what I need and what I need to correct and what it is. And I know that I take what people say too hard. That even had the elder correct me, like I shouldn't even watch certain videos of they're doing it because like making a 2 hour lesson again, because it just shows hate. And I was doing that with the world because people were calling me bum, saying all this, that I was just taking it too much. That I was like, all right, I'm gonna just work better at it, and didn't know that they were just trying to take me out and cause me to put doubt or cause me to put a bad situation. Can't look, I trust. I need to trust in the Lord more instead of my own abilities because I'm nothing. Thrice I have suffered shipwreck. Night and day I have been in deep. In the journeys often, in perilous waters, perilous robberies, perils by my own countrymen, and perils by heathen, and perils in city, perils of wilderness, and perils in seas, and perils of false brethren, worry and painfulness, watched often, and hunger and thirst, and fasting, and cold and nakedness. So I'm just drop down to the point. I mean, actually, just one more verse. Besides those things that are without, which cometh upon me daily, the cares of all the church. Who is weak, I am not weak. Who is offended, I am not burned. So NLT, who is weak without my feeling that I'm weakness? Who is led astray, and I do not burn in anger? If I must need glory, I will glory of the things which concern of my infirmities, because that's when the Lord said, my grace is sufficient for thee. So I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna do this, but it's getting me closer to be the man that the Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai wants me to be. So I'm gonna continue to go forth. And this is a second. I'm gonna end off with this. This is Micah chapter 7, verse 9. I'm gonna start at 8. Rejoice against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall rise again. A just man falleth 7 times. But when I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be the light upon me. So I was in the dark, like I felt bad, thought of like what I'm through. But that's when that light, and that's when the Lord showed miracles that I didn't even know that the elder said what was going to happen and told me what I should do, and they said they're going to put prayers in it. Switch like that. These people, and everyone start calling me, are you okay? Getting and all that stuff. Getting and calling lawyers for me, doing all this situation. God had it that I didn't even have to handle anything. I just had to just think about and praise Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. And I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. So with that, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakak, Wadash, and the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai. I'm grateful for what you have did, because I am failing, and I'm going to get stronger because of it. So the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai.